On today's video, I'm going to discuss 3 comments, make it make sense, SBA taking me to court, and my business has been closed for 3 years and I'm still making payments. Did your small business receive a COVID EIDL during the pandemic? Then today's video is for you. If, on the other hand, you're just looking for the perfect quinoa salad recipe, you should send me an email because I have it and I just made it in the kitchen and man, it came out really good. And I grilled some salmon and I put the salmon on top of that. I don't really provide those recipes in these videos, but I hopefully provide you folks with recipes for success with the Small Business Administration's COVID EIDL program. If you find this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up and tell YouTube to share this video with other small business owners just like you. I'm going to discuss 3 comments from our recent videos today, and as part of that, show you what resources we've created to help you if you need that assistance. And if you're willing to pay for that assistance. Not everybody needs it. Not everybody's willing to pay for it. Some folks want to go it on their own, DIY. But as I pointed out in a recent video where I mentioned an email from a client who hired us recently, she owns multiple businesses. She's consulted with CPAs and attorneys. And she said the thing that we do here to assist you folks is we eliminate the learning curve. And that's what our guidebooks do. That's what our 1-hour consulting calls do. That's what these videos do. On today's video, I'm going to discuss 3 YouTube comments. First comment is do-re-mi, secured by business collateral, not personal Social Security income. If a business is closed with no assets, insolvent, ... make it make sense. I try do-re-mi on these videos. In fact, I responded to one of your other comments in another video. I try to make it make sense for you. And whenever possible, I try to defer to the just common sense, logical approach to remove emotion, remove stress, remove anxiety on these videos and on our consulting calls and in our guidebooks, and get to the common sense logic of the nugget, if you will, of knowledge, of information, of management of the process to help you make it make sense. That is literally the intention of our entire EIDL Experts video channel. If you are struggling with your business and you don't want to default on the loan, please consider visiting our other channel, Simple Sense for Small Business, where we have hundreds of videos that will inspire and educate you and help you, hopefully, to improve your business. Take you to that next level. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty here. Secured by business collateral, not personal Social Security income. If a business is closed and no assets, insolvent, make it make sense. I don't have a lot of detail about what exactly it is you're asking here in terms of maybe your situation, but generally we've covered all of these topics in multiple videos we've done in the past. We covered these topics in our guidebooks and on our consulting calls. Yes, the COVID EIDL is secured by the assets of the business. So what are the assets? Okay, the desk, that's furniture. The computer, that's equipment. The shelving, those are fixtures. The inventory, the accounts receivable. All of these are business assets, both tangible and intangible, as per the loan agreement. And the SBA has a UCC lien against the entirety of these business assets, including any assets you have added to the business after you got the loan. Little known fact about the COVID program. It's not just the assets at the time you applied for the loan, because SBA did not know what those assets were. You basically pledged when you signed the loan agreement. You're like, okay, I'm pledging and I'm letting you at the SBA put a lien formalized through a Uniform Commercial Code, it's UCC, lien against my business assets, filed with the Secretary of State in my state. And to do that, the SBA charged you $100 out of your COVID loan balance when you got the loan. And you put your hand up and you said, yes, I'm allowing you to collateralize and put that UCC lien against my business assets. But you also pledged when you signed the loan agreement that all future assets, as your business grows, or as maybe it's not growing, but you're adding assets. You bought another computer, you bought another truck, you moved into a warehouse. Make sure you've got SBA permission to relocate, by the way. They have a form and a process for it. You moved into a warehouse and you brought more inventory in. Maybe your accounts receivable today is a thriving part of your business. Maybe you didn't have receivables during the pandemic. Anyway, all of these new assets since the pandemic are also collateralized. I don't know if that answers your question. But you indicate here not personal Social Security income. Listen, this aspect of personal Social Security income, this is not collateralized. Please, folks, get this out of your heads. Your personal assets are not collateralized. Your baseball card collection, your house, your retirement account, your bank account, your Social Security income. These are not collateralized under the COVID EIDL program. But if you default, and if your loan goes through delinquency of 120 days or greater to the United States Treasury for collection, then the Treasury's Bureau of Fiscal Services, which is the collection agency for Treasury, they will garnish your Social Security income if you're an owner of a business that defaulted on a COVID loan. So it's in the collections aspect, do-re-mi, that the Social Security income could be garnished, or what the Treasury calls offset. I don't know the rules for it. I have seen elsewhere that apparently the most that Treasury can offset or garnish is 15%. Please don't quote me on that. Please, you'll have to verify that directly with Treasury or with your Social Security office. So if a business is closed with no assets, insolvent, and this is in response to a video we did about bankruptcy, I would encourage you folks to find an attorney who is familiar with the COVID EIDL program. And we created a guidebook to help you do that. Step-by-step instructions on creating a filter and a process to find the right attorney, because so many folks are making calls with me, 1-hour calls, and I find out about these nightmare scenarios of bad advice. We've done videos about that too. Bad advice they're getting from their attorneys and their accountants. And please, if nothing else, if you don't do anything with this video, if you don't like it, you don't subscribe, you don't buy our product, you don't book a call, it's fine. We don't require that for us to give you this advice. But you know what you could do? Please do this. Help us spread the word to your accountants and your attorneys. Share our videos with your accountants and your attorneys. They need to buy our EIDL Resource Hub, which will prepare them to give better advice to small business owners like do-re-mi. Next comment, Steve Faust. I like this one because this is kind of a feisty. Steve Feisty Faust. Well, this I have to say. I'll take my chances if it came to the SBA taking me to court for anything, because there will be no doubt that one of the jurors will be a small business owner that has or had to fight with them. I'm on time with my payment and they can kiss my butt. Yo, Steve, the man. Not really sure why you're throwing so much shade at the SBA if your business is doing well. Look, if a federal agency decides to sue someone because they have defaulted on a federal debt, it is what it is. And, you hire the right attorney, hopefully, and you deal with it. I get the whole kiss my butt thing. And I know that with a lot of our videos, folks say, oh my God, your videos are so depressing. One woman recently said to me on a 1-hour call, she's like, your videos are so depressing, but you're so passionate about delivering bad news, Trevor. I'm passionate. I'm not here to deliver bad news because that's all I want to do. We're not clickbait empire over here. Although I will tell you, on the videos we've done that have been good news, those videos go like this. It's you folks, it's the audience. You tell us what kind of videos you want. And typically, it's not all good news. It's also the SBA. But, Steve, throwing so much angst at the SBA, telling them to kiss your butt, I don't know. If you are managing to make your payments in the COVID loan, I would encourage you definitely to pay attention to your payments, because we've done videos about that, how SBA can screw up people making payments. And it requires much more attention to repaying this loan in terms of the payment process every month than you would with a mortgage or a car payment or a credit card. That having been said, other than that aspect, other than making sure you're compliant with the loan terms in terms of you changing location, selling assets, change of ownership, subordination for new loans, things like that. I don't know. Otherwise, I would just go through my day and not think of one whit about the SBA. Okay, Brad Stoller. I have mentioned this comment on another video, but I wanted to come back to it because, again, it's about this concept about a business that's been closed for 3 years and he still has to make payments. I was getting slow paid, no paid from several large clients during COVID to keep the business afloat, took a loan, an EIDL, used the money appropriately, paying staff and vendors. Less than a year later, never got paid by the largest client, had to close the business. Now the business has been closed for 3 years. I still have to make large payments every month for a business that has been closed for 3 years. Come on, folks. If you find yourself in this position, please stop throwing good money after bad. If your business has failed, in this case, primarily because it appears that the people that Brad Stoller was doing business with stiffed him and his business, sue them, hire an attorney, sue them, get your money, get whatever you can, make their lives as painful as the pain you're experiencing. Why are you making payments on a loan for a business that's been closed for 3 years? This makes no sense to me. Going back to the make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. We've created guidebooks that are all excerpted out of our EIDL resource hub, and we sell those to you so that you can get my expert guidance, including very often step-by-step instructions or my advice on things like the best way to find an attorney who understands the COVID EIDL program, because so many attorneys don't. In response to the comments today, the 2 guidebooks I would recommend for viewers who have found these comments and my responses to them useful are a guidebook about bankruptcy for the COVID EIDL program and how to prepare for an SBA audit. I'm Trevor, the EIDL expert. Thank you for tuning in. Please consider hitting the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. I'll see you the next time around.